Can running get you a six-pack? This question and more answered today on the Daily Dean. Welcome back. So, how would you define a six-pack, right? Well, they're abdominal muscles. My coaches and other resources have told me that there are two types of six-packs, right? Skinny abs, where you have a really low amount of fat and body fat in general in your abdominal area, and muscle abs, which are the ones that they're trying to train for, where you're trying to, work out, do crunches or bicycles or whatever, and grow those muscles. Because if you're skinny, well, then it's just the actual, outline that isn't actually well, if you think about it like this, if you got skinnier in your arms, they may look less fat, right? But if you wanted to make them look more muscular, you would work them out, right? You would work out your biceps, triceps, whatever, and that would make you, that would improve how much muscle you have there, making your arms look larger. Same thing with your abs. If you increase the amount of work you're doing with your abdominal muscles, it makes them look larger, which will help you look, gain those six-pack look. So, how does this relate to running, and can it get you a six-pack? Well, if you're losing weight, running requires energy from the fat reserves that you have all over your body, right? One myth, you can't actually target fat doing crunches. That'll grow those muscles, but doing crunches doesn't burn fat in that specific area. When you're burning fat, it takes it from wherever is available, right? At random, I actually assume, I haven't checked up on that recently, but it just takes fat from your body without any specific, preference for any specific area. So it's energy, right? Your body can't tell the difference between fat on your arms, or fat on your legs, or fat on your stomach. So that's that, out of the way. Now, running, if you're working out and you're losing weight, that'll improve how skinny or how defined your abs appear without actually working them. Because while running does involve your core, right? You're trying to swing your arms, your chest, you're trying to keep your torso straight up. That's your core, other stuff like that. It's not as intense as doing crunches to increase the amount of muscle use you have in that area, improving how fit you look. So, running can get you skinny abs, but working out crunches, lifting or whatever, or body weight exercises, that will get you abs. So, anecdotally now, I'm going to be speaking from my own experience. There's this interesting time in the summer, this summer actually, where I went outside. It was 80 degrees, 90 degrees even, and it was hot. I went out for a really quick run, like 20 minutes, I think, 25, around there. And I noticed that my abdominal area felt a lot more engaged after a very short run than it was beforehand. So in that sense, running gave me abs. Whoa, big whoop there. Whoa, who would have known that engaging your core running helped your core look more defined afterwards? So, interesting case there. That's an anecdote, not actually research. I just noticed and I hypothesized, from my understanding, running involves your core. Which means that if you're moving your entire body everywhere, it's going to be giving yourself a more defined look in your chest. Which is why if you were sitting all day long and you weren't doing a lot of movement or exercise, you're not going to have a lot of definition in your body at all. As opposed to if you were running and exercising, which in turn improved how defined you may have looked in that area. So running can give you abs. Boom, solved. Yes, it can. But related to that, I didn't go over this as much, and I should. My health PE teacher, hello, if you're watching this, I don't think they watch my videos actually, defined two different types of muscles involved in sprinting and running. Type 1 or type 2, fast twitching and slow twitching, I think what they were called. Related to that, twitching, I think, that word specifically. Fast twitching muscles are involved with sprinting, which look more defined, like you were, buff and cut and whatnot. But slow twitching muscles, the one involved in endurance, making sure your muscles are, efficiently using your energy rather than, putting out more power for sprinting and stuff. Those are muscles that look less cut, they look more lean, right? So imagine a sprinter might look more built than a long distance runner who might have the type 2 slow twitching muscles that are not really, prioritizing speed, because they're prioritizing distance and endurance. For a 5K, for a 10K, for a marathon, for whatever. Because those muscles are different, and therefore, I can conclude from that, if you're using type 1 muscles, if you're sprinting, you're more likely to have defined abs, or more defined abs, than a long distance runner. That's kind of embarrassing. I run long distance. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you learned something. Goodbye.